Hello students of 9th standard. We have started the lesson classification of plants. In that we have seen the classification of the living organisms. In that we have seen about the cryptogams, phanerogams. Then again now we are studying about the cryptogams. There are divisions. They are nothing but Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Before this we have studied about the, you can say, Thallophyta. They are thallus-like, you can say. Therefore these plants are for example Spirovara. It is thallus-like, therefore it is included into a Thallophyta. Then Bryophyta. You may see the plants like Funaria or you can say Mercantia. The Bryophyta plants, they are called as amphibians because they live in the moist or as well as they need water for reproduction. They reproduce by spores as well as by the zygotes. This we have seen. Now today we are going to see the division, that is nothing but a Pteridophyta. So what is there in the Pteridophyta? The division third is nothing but a Pteridophyta. Here P is silent, therefore we write it, we spell it as a Pteridophyta. Now the plants from these groups have well developed roots. Now whenever you see the plants from this group, they are having well developed roots. That means roots are well developed, or you can say stem. Stem is also well developed. Leaves are well developed. And separate tissue for conduction of food and water. Whenever you see there are separate tissues for the conduction of the, you can say, water and food. Now these conduction tissues are nothing but xylem and phloem. Xylem tissue is used for the conduction of water and phloem tissue is used for the conduction of food. So these two tissues are well developed in such types of plants. Now see, but they do not bear flowers and fruits. So what do you see here? They do not bear flowers or fruits. Why is that? Because they are belonging to the cryptogams. Now they are nothing but the cryptogams plants, and we know that the cryptogram plants do not bear flower or you can say fruit. Now next comes, they reproduce with the help of spores. Now they are reproducing with the help of the spores along with the back or posterior surface of the leaves. So whenever you see the leaves of such plants, you see that there are golden spots onto these leaves. These are nothing but, you can say, sporangium, and this golden part or you can say golden spots which are on the, you can say, posterior surface of the leaf. Whenever you break open that sporangium, you find that number of spores are present in that, and whenever you see such spores under the microscope, you can observe the exact structure of this sporangium or you can say of these spores. Then these plants reproduce asexually. These plants reproduce sexually as well as asexually. Asexually by spore formation. I have told you that on the lower surface or you can say on the posterior surface of the leaf there are golden spots, and these golden spots are nothing but they are of the spores. Now the plants reproduce with the help of these spores, asexually with the spore formation and sexually with the help of the zygote. Now whenever they are sexually reproducing with the help of the zygote, means what? They are preparing their gametes. The gametes are undergoing union and they are forming a zygote. They have well developed conducting system. Now whenever they are having a well developed conducting system, that means the xylem and phloem are well conducted there. That means these plants has a well supply of water, that means it is done through the xylem, and well supply of food through the food. The next plant that we are going to see is nothing but fern. Now, fern are big group of the highly advanced cryptogams. So, whenever you see the cryptogams, these the ferns. The fern plants are, you can say, very a big group of the highly advanced cryptogams. The cryptogams are the plants which do not have the, you can say, flowers or fruits. Then they are widely distributed all fern, you can say plant. Now they grow abundantly, means they are in more number, and in cool or you can say shady, most moist places, or whenever you are seeing, they are growing into cool or you can say shady. That means they are growing under, you can say, cool or shade places where there is a shade. At that places only they are growing. And again moist places where there is somewhat moisture. At that places only they are growing. Roots are adventitious. So whenever you see the roots of these plants, they are adventitious. Adventitious means what? They are fibrous. They are fiber-like whenever you are seeing. And growing underground the stem. They are growing underground the stem. So see here next. Leaves are well developed on the stem. Rhizoma, which is called as a rhizoma. So the leaves are well developed. You see the plant here. The leaves are well developed of this plant. They show a presence of water and food conducting tissue. So whenever you are seeing that these plants show a well developed conducting tissue, means what? The plant is having a conducting system, that is nothing but a water or you can say food conducting system. As whenever you see the xylem is nothing but a water conducting tissue and the phloem is nothing but a food conducting tissue. These two tissues, that is nothing but xylem and phloem, are well present, or there is a well presence of this conducting tissue. So once again I will repeat here. The ferns are nothing but a big group of a highly advanced cryptogams. Cryptogams means are the, you can say, plants which do not bear, you can say, flowers or fruits, but they are widely distributed. That means they are distributed all over the world, or you can say they are present on the earth with a very more amount. They grow abundantly. Their growing strength is more, or you can say they can grow abundantly. But they need a cool, or you can say shady, or you can say moist places. So in that places only where there is a cool, you can say, temperature, where there is a shade, that means they are undergrowing the big plants. Then again moist places, they are undergrowing, they are growing in an moist places, means where there is a moisture. Roots are adventitious, that means roots are fibrous and fiber-like, and they are growing under the stem. So whenever you see, they are growing under the stem. Leaves are well developed on the stem. So whenever you see the plant, the leaves are well developed on the stem, that is nothing but a rhizome. They show presence of water and food conducting tissue. I have told you that xylem and phloem are nothing but the two types of a conducting tissue, and you find these two conducting tissues, one for water and one for food, are well developed in this plant. So whenever you see the fern plant, you see well developed conducting tissues. So whenever you see the fifth point, or you can say the F point, that is they reproduce asexually. How they reproduce? They reproduce asexually by the means of the spores. They are produced within the sporangia. That means what? These spores are produced within the sporangia, which are present in the sori. You may see that they are present in the sori. These sori are located on the posterior surface of the leaflets. Whenever you see this sori with the spores, or you can say they are located onto the, you can say, posterior surface of the leaflets. These plants have neither fruits nor flowers. As they are belonging to cryptogams, we know that these plants do not have neither fruits nor, you can say, flower. Some ferns are used as a food, or you can say medicine, or as an ornamental plant. That means we can use the ferns as a food, or you can say medicine, or as an ornamental plants.